Rolfe Winkler, Heard on the Street columnist, is here to talk about Apple and the iPad mini. Are you impressed with the iPad mini? How you doing, Rolfe?
Yeah, it could be a great device. I just wonder if a lot of people are going to buy it.
Really?
It's expensive.
You think? I mean, you know, that's what's right. The price tag became a big sticking point here. I mean, I guess people thought it'd be under 300, but 330, it's not that much.
It's not terrible, but you know, look, if you wanted a cheap tablet option, you've got the Kindle Fire at $199.
Right.
You've got the Google Nexus 7 also at $199. There's the Barnes & Noble Nook that gets good reviews. I forget what, I think that's also in that range.
Right.
But off the top of my head, I can't remember. So, you know, if you want a high quality tablet, why not just buy
one of those and save
a higher,
$100.
You know, get an iPad.
Yeah.
Get an iPad too. The last version of the iPad, you know, you can get that one for $400. You know, I guess you save the $30.
You save 30, yeah. Well,
you save $70 bucks. I'm sorry,
right.
but I just don't see it. And I think the problem here maybe is that Apple, it might be trying to get too cute. In the sense that, okay, why are they doing this? It's kind of a defensive move when you think about it, because look, they dominate tablets. Let's be clear about this. But to the extent that there are some companies that may have a chance at taking some market share, they're doing it in smaller devices. Those are the ones. Those are the ones that are potentially going to get some traction. And so Apple says, well, look, there's a market for that, so we'll provide that, and that's a smart strategy. Because you want to dominate, you want to get people onto Apple devices, right? Because when you get them hooked into the ecosystem, get them using one Apple device, you get them using an iPad, they're probably more inclined to buy an iPhone, probably more inclined to buy a Mac. This is what happened with iTunes back in the day with iPods. People got an iPod, their music goes into iTunes. Well, those folks then get themselves onto iPhones, and they don't want to transfer to, say, Android or Windows Phone, which will be coming out, because it's a hassle.
And the Surface, right? I mean, it's very interesting, this whole the tablet wars, right? I mean, Microsoft coming out with their new one, it's getting reviewed today, it was in the Times, we reviewed it also. You know, you mentioned the other ones. Is there some chance of them, you talked about Apple dominating, is there some chance that maybe they're not dominating quite as much as they want? That's why this was a defensive move?
I think that, no, right now, look, the Apple, the iPad, at least in the second quarter, off the top of my head, 68% market share. For the iPad in the tablet market, so worldwide, and that was a strategy analytics number. So they really control this market. The iPhone's a very powerful product, but Android as an operating system is much larger worldwide at this point. And that actually raises an interesting another interesting point, which is like in tablets, where Apple wants to it dominates the market and wants to maintain that dominant position. In phones, you can see how, look, they're at the high end, they're doing very, very well, but they've kind of ceded this low-end part of the market to cheap Android devices. And at a certain point, they may have to roll out a cheaper iPhone so that they can compete for a lot of these emerging market buyers that can't afford. I mean, iPhones wholesale for over $600. And carriers in emerging market countries don't want to subsidize that cost because people aren't signing up, paying for huge data plans. So it doesn't make sense. So you actually have to have a device for the kind of mid-tier that wholesales around $300. And that market is, you know, I can tell people actually from $200 to $400, that's about 315 million phones according to Credit Suisse in 2015, compared to, for phones above $500, 194 million.
So,
size of the market, so a significantly bigger market.
Bottom line, iPad mini, good product, but not the magic bullet that maybe some people thought. And that's why you probably saw some.
Some people will definitely buy it, no doubt. It's probably going to be a great product. I don't know if it serves the purpose Apple wants it to serve as well as it could.